Right now at 5, sons on the stand.
Children of a woman accused of a gruesome murder testify for the state about her odd behavior the night of the killing.
Mom woke up saying that she had a dream that Kelly had been hurt.
And their mother can only sit and listen as she fights for her freedom. The two sons took the witness stand for the prosecution today in their mother's murder trial. Good evening, I'm Brett Conley.
I'm Meredith McDonough. Their testimony could be key to convicting their mother, Sheila Graham Trott, who's accused of beating her husband's lover to death with a hammer.
WESH 2's Dan Billow is at the Brevard County Courthouse. So Dan, what did the sons say?
Brett, the sons both saw the dead body of Kelly Brennan that night after their mother led them to the scene, and both told their mother she would have to deal with her problems on her own without their help.
Did your mom ever express to you that she was upset that your dad was dating Kelly Brennan?
Yes.
And that was just one of a series of devastating statements made on the witness stand by the sons of Sheila Trott. She watched as Graham Trott, 16 at the time, and Creighton Trott, 18 at the time, told of the night of the February 2010 murder of Kelly Brennan.
Mom woke up saying that she had a dream that Kelly had been hurt.
The brothers say their mother was acting strangely the night that Brennan was beaten with a hammer on her way to the gym to meet Sheila's husband, Dan. The brothers say their mother had a seizure, went briefly to the hospital, but kept talking about Kelly and a spot along Highway A1A. Finally, the sons drove her to that spot.
You could see, it was just a lifeless body just lying there.
Okay. What was it, a male or a female?
Female.
Do you recall the clothing?
Athletic clothes, running shoes.
Later, the sons saw that Sheila had the dead woman's purse with her driver's license in it. They didn't ask their mother whether she was the killer, but their mother kept saying she might have hurt Kelly.
Told her that we didn't want to have anything to do with it, that me and Graham were going to go to sleep, and that she had to deal with it on her own.
Now, under the rules of evidence, a spouse cannot be forced to testify about something another spouse said. Does that extend to a son testifying against a mother? No, sons can be forced to testify against their mother. In this case, that was not necessary. Prosecutors say the sons have been cooperative witnesses. We're live in Viera, Brevard County. Dan Billow, WESH 2 News.